let's pretty much face facts on a couple things. One thing I think that everyone has all speculated since, pretty much the first introduction of the Great Spirits is that Noelle would end up getting the Great Water Spirit. Now, currently, it rests within Loropechika. Hard to pronounce the name. I really wish it was easier, but just Loro, leader of the Heart Kingdom. She currently has the Water Spirit, and as far as we know, the spirit, you have to die in order to lose it. I mean, it was a little bit weird with Fauna, because, the way the elves were is, pretty much just souls that were not fully passed on. But, I mean, she did have it. She was, kind of dead, because it was seemingly towards elf fauna and not human fauna. But the exact rules of one of the spirits leaving a person and going to another are not yet known, but I think right now we can kind of go into a death territory. As of right now, though, like I said, it is with Loro. Now, Loro, she is cursed. She was cursed by Magicula, and she had a year left to live, and then the whole course of the 6-month time skip, and now she's only got 6 months, and with everything going in the Spade Kingdom. Let's look at a couple of things to really note. So, the thing about Black Clover that I will very much tell you if you haven't read it is very influenced by Berserk. And Berserk is a very dark, very serious fantasy that Tabata, very much enjoys. It's his favorite manga. He said that his goal is for Black Clover to be kind of like the shonen version of Berserk. And you can see a lot of areas where you can see ties to the Berserk series to Black Clover. And one thing I just want to note about Loro is her staff. Her staff having it's like a big crescent moon, but in it it's like an eclipse. And if you haven't read Berserk, the eclipse is not a very nice thing. It wasn't a very good event, and it doesn't automatically mean it's a reference to bad things are gonna happen, but like I said, whenever there's something that I see might be a little hint, Tabata, because Tabata, anybody who's made it this far in this series knows that Tabata likes to leave breadcrumbs. He likes to leave little things out, so when you eventually get enough to kind of figure out what he's doing, you can go back and see all these old pieces that fit together. Something kind of like, Charmy being half dwarf. Now, this arc is definitely, I think, going to be a lot darker than the Elf Resurrection arc. If the Elf Resurrection arc, there were no real major deaths. I know there were some, random, not important character deaths, but I think the reason that there weren't any, big character deaths is the fact that the elves and the humans neither were really to blame for, the whole war between them, and it would have been a really awkward time if anybody died, permanently on either side. If any of the big humans died and then it was all it's oh, cool, your guys are dead, and it was all a misunderstanding. I think that's part of the reason why nobody really died in that arc. And plus the gap between them wasn't even nearly as big as, 3 devil tier characters. 4 if, counting Magicula. And Magicula is probably stronger than the word devil, I think we can all assume. But from that, this is not the same, oh, it was a huge misunderstanding war, and now the humans and the elves could actually start working towards a better relationship and unity. No, the Spade Kingdom is out for blood. They want war. They want domination. They don't seem to really care about mercilessly killing their opponents. So we're probably up for a much darker arc. And again, I referenced the eclipse. I don't think that dark. I know when I heard people be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the Shonen Berserk, and then they hear something about the eclipse, and I don't think it's gonna get that dark. I don't think anything in Shonen Jump's ever gonna get that dark, because it's kind of way too far beyond the demographic and the kind of age level that they're at for Shonen and not seinen. But Loro, I see some death flags. I mean, the 6 months to live at this point is already oh wow, she's already in a bit of a danger zone. But as of right now, we've seen with her magic, she's more about surveillance. She doesn't seem to be that much of a fighter on her own. So I'm guessing, like, the second any of the Dark Triad get close to her, she's pretty much fucked. But also, beyond that, I mean, here's the thing I just want to say about Noelle getting the spirit before I end this, is Asta has the power of a devil. He's got the anti-magic devil. So not only is it a devil, it's a very Hax devil with, you know, obviously anti-magic properties. Yuno is... which Yuno we see is still a mystery. Is it the Spade Prince? Is it the Elf Child? That's still a mystery. But regardless of which, one of them is a royalty of a kingdom, and the other one is the child of royalty of one kingdom and the elder of the elves. So regardless of it, one of them is, whichever one the Yuno we know is the real one, is very powerful. And on top of that has Belle, you know, the great spirit of wind. So Noelle, though powerful, and she's got a lot of untapped potential, I think she's gonna need a water spirit at some point to kind of, you know, catch up with them, because Asta and Yuno are gonna be, you know, making more jumps every arc. You know, they're just getting up to that level. And Noelle, I see her keeping up with them. I don't think when they get to kind of like their bigger areas, like in like the level of hype that they currently potentially, you know, possess, that she will live up to it as she is now. I think she'll need a water spirit, you know, and especially the great water spirit. And Loro, though I like her already, she seems fun. I don't think she's got long to her, and because of that, I think that she's, you know, she's gonna be getting the old big character guillotine before this whole, you know, this whole Spade War saga is over. Maybe not this arc, but in the next one. And if you know what I mean, I think it's gonna be in arcs, kind of like how the elf resurrection whole saga was multiple smaller arcs that connected into the, you know, the big arc that we all just finished reading only a couple months ago. But as it is, comment below, tell me your thoughts are about this. I mean, I still think that whole eclipse is a Berserk reference. I mean, I can't not see something in Black Clover that might be a Berserk reference and just kind of overlook it. I gotta think, okay, what does this mean that Tabata's planning? What has he got going on? What's he scheming? But other than that, like I said, comment below, thumbs up the video, prefer the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. From that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.